So here we are, May 2013, on our way to dive the sacred waters of Pool 1 at Cara Blanca in the jungles of western Belize. Brought together again for the fourth year by Professor of Anthropology, Dr. Lisa Lucero. Cleofo and the rest of the guys will build a shelter for us to work under while we prepare our gear for the dives we will be making this week. Very hard work, and mostly put together from materials found right here on site. And here we have world-famous wildlife photographer, Tony Rath. My wife says Tony looks like the world's most interesting man from the Dos Equis commercials. I don't know, I think he's kind of goofy looking. Takes great pictures, though. Chip Peterson, my cave diving buddy and owner of Belize Diving Services in Key Caulker. Now here's the real world's most interesting man. The one on the right, of course, by the truck. That's just two purely evil guys right there. There are really three main hazards in diving here in this pool. The first and most apparent one as you dive down into this water is the amount of fallen trees. It can be especially dangerous in the low to no viz zones, and we are always conscious of their presence. The second would be the overhead environment of Aktun Eknen Cave, located on the north wall of the pool. And the third is the low to no visibility zone of the hydrogen sulfide layer found throughout the pool. And here's a shot of Tony diving and shooting in the trees. These original line arrows, installed in 2010 by Robbie Schmittner and Kim Davidson, now sit in a twisted mess among the fallen trees. Here you see just a sample of the underwater cliffs that line the pool, starting at about 70 feet below the surface and dropping well below 200 feet. In 2011, when Chip Peterson suggested using a bucket and shovel to dig artifacts in the bottom of Pool 1, I have to admit I thought it was the most shit-all-stupid thing I had ever heard. So 3 years later, no one has found more artifacts in the pool than Chip. I guess the question now is, who is the shit-all-stupid one? We have since exchanged the bucket and shovel for picks and mesh bags, and Chip still remains the most successful digger. Picking and fanning, then inspecting each handful as he carefully drops them into the bag, and then bringing the full bags to the surface to be meticulously gone through by the topside team. This year, we had the honor of hosting Sylvia Batty from the Belize Institute of Archaeology. Sylvia will be helping to set up the first marine archaeology department in Belize. She is young, hardworking, and anxious to learn. She did a great job in overcoming the many challenges of Pool 1, especially considering she was just recently certified to dive. She will be a great diver and a wonderful asset to Belize archaeology. Here she is, fanning and inspecting for potential artifacts in the shallow waters at the base of the Mayan structure above. Since the first dives were done here at Pool 1, it has been apparent that it is literally loaded with fossils. Although the goal every year has been to find artifacts that are of Maya origin, finding fossils has been the highlight of the annual dives here for me. Every year we find more and bigger fossils in the walls and fossil fields between 60 to 80 feet. Here is part of a backbone that we found this year. Each vertebrae is the size of a cantaloupe. Here is Tony and Chip photographing another section of fossils. You'll notice them working below a large tree that looks like it is ready to drop at any time. In the next shot, notice Chip's left hand that is holding the base of the tree that is not supported at all at the bottom. Here is Chip scraping away the marl around some bones so Tony can get a better shot. We actually had a couple of guests this year. This is Hani Salazar, marine field technician from the Environmental Research Institute at the University of Belize. As you can see, Hani is an experienced diver and seemed very comfortable in the low visibility areas of the hydrogen sulfide layers, and also along the sheer cliffs of the north wall above the large cave opening. Here, Hani swims up to a very large fossilized bone sticking out of the wall. And a safety stop in the trees at about 15 feet. We hadn't planned for cave exploration this year, but this is Chip at the mouth of Aktun Ek Nen, or Black Mirror Cave. The opening is 130 feet wide at the bottom at 217 feet, and just about 100 feet tall. It's been explored back to 250 feet, but the jury is still out on whether or not it goes deeper. Here is kind of an eerie shot Tony took of me shooting Chip. It's really a massive opening. And Chip swims out to end the 2013 expedition to dive Pool 1 at Cara Blanca in Belize.